Welcome to a different Great Depression this week. So right now, as you're listening to this, Anastasia and I are somewhere in between DC and Ohiopyle. And we are on our bicycles. And so because we're traveling this week, I can't be as quick with promotions and clips and all that kind of stuff. So what I wanted to do was do this little pack walkthrough of everything we'll have with us on the trail, and kind of, what we're gonna have and why. And I think this will be a cool, neat little short episode for everybody, and you'll be able to see what's in our pack. So welcome to A Great Depression, a podcast for every bicycle touring emo kid struggling with the boredoms of everyday adult life. Hit the music. We are not at the Union Fitness Studios today, but Union Fitness is more than a traditional gym. It's a place where you can transform yourself inside and out based around a variety of classes like yoga, fitness, strength, performance training. At Union Fitness, they believe it is their duty to hold themselves and their clients to a higher standard. They practice what they preach and uphold the values that make Union Fitness the community it is. So go to unionfitness.com today and sign up for a consultation. Through Union, there is strength. Okay, so I guess the most important thing to start with is the bike. Okay, so this is the All City Space Horse. I got this bike last year, 2 years ago? Last year. And this is the brand that Anastasia and I have been riding the entire time. All City is the brand based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And we absolutely love their stuff. I've had some of their single speeds. Anastasia has their very famous Macho Man bike. They're all steel bikes. They put a lot of effort and time into it. They're great bikes. On here, first, the light. Lights are really important on bicycles. You can't see, they can't see you. All that kind of stuff is really important. And on this particular trip, there will be two really long tunnels that we ride through. So we will need lights for them. So that'll be really cool. On the back, so we've got two different, bags essentially. So this is a pannier and this is a seat bag. And they perform different things. They have a bunch of different stuff in them. This is essentially how we will carry all of our gear. Everything will be either in the pannier or in the seat bag, or we plan on buying some handlebar bags as well to keep some more immediate things in, like things to fix your bike, phone chargers, that kind of stuff. So, this is kind of the way it looks. This is Space Horse. This is what I'm going to be riding all my miles on. Let's show you what's in the bags. Okay, so now that we've kind of danced around the bike, saw how the panniers go on, all that kind of stuff, we're just going to break it down pannier by pannier. So that should be pretty cool. Let me get the first one. So this is pannier one. Here we go. All right, what's in here? Oh, this is all the camp stuff. Okay, cool. Pannier one is just camp stuff. So this is our tent. We actually just got a new tent. Big Angus makes this. I didn't know that was the brand. Tents are super crazy because they can range crazy different amounts of prices and features and all that kind of stuff. We just upgraded from the REI Half Dome like a month ago, maybe not even. And I can't recommend the Half Dome enough. I think a lot of people think that REI branded stuff stinks. And when I show you some stuff later, that is not the case. REI Half Dome, I would highly recommend that. And as a good starter tent. But so we got the Big Angus, and I haven't actually seen this set up yet. Anastasia's the one that's camped in this, so very excited. Next, Sea to Summit. Okay, so Sea to Summit is one of the premier brands in outdoor adventure gear. This is our sleeping pad. So this is the thing that you would put on the ground to sleep on. Again, maybe this is where we don't go with the REI sleeping pad. But again, if you're just going for one, you want to try it go cheap, do that. This is got a good, so it's like double-sided, right? So if one side pops, the other side won't pop, which is really important because if one side pops and you're sleeping on the ground like I was in Kentucky, you are not happy. So sleeping pad's really important, worth investing in a good sleeping pad. Also helps you keep warmer in cold temperatures. So that's Sea to Summit. We also have a Nemo, which is also good. That's the one I sleep on normally. This little guy. So this is Cocoon. This is actually a pillow. And when you pull it out and you inflate it, and it turns into like a little pillow thing. So there it is. So it's got like a slick side. It's got like a nice felt side. But this is great because it just packs up into pretty much anything, and you kind of like tuck it inside your little mummy bag. I'm asleep right now. I can hear the cicadas. The last thing. So I won't be taking a sleeping bag on this trip. Sleeping bags are super awesome, but it's going to be like high of 90s on this trip. So I have my REI camp blanket. REI camp blanket is super cool. So it's just this like really light down material. And I love this thing. I almost prefer to sleep with this over a sleeping bag, because sleeping bag is really confining, and like they're, like you got to get inside of them, and then you're like a little worm and you can't move your arms and legs. This is just a regular blanket that's kind of a little bit more durable and light, and yeah. Painter number 2. So this one's gonna have a lot of the bicycle stuff in it and the cooking stuff, all that kind of good junk. I'm not gonna pour it out because there's some expensive shit in it. Okay, so up front, I'm not gonna even pretend like I know how to fix bicycles. That is all Anastasia. She's the one that changes tires, chain brakes, that kind of stuff. She's more schooled in it. But I can show you at least what's in here. So first, so this is a Topeak, just hand bicycle pump. These are invaluable. They really do just kind of save your ass when you pop tire and you have to reinflate, or if you're on the trail and you're like getting a little low on air or something, you just need to pump it up. So yeah, these are everywhere at REI, and actually there's like things you can buy at REI and most bicycle stores that they all come in like a little package, and it's like this and a patch kit, an extra tube, and it's like this nice little bag they all go in. So there's that. Okay. Next thing, tubes. So luckily, Anastasia and I both ride on the same tire. We didn't used to, and actually now that we've switched that, we find it as a huge convenience, because let's say somebody had some really bad luck and popped 2 tires, and somebody had some really good luck and didn't pop any tires. 4 of these should hopefully get us through without having to replace or try to fix a spiked tube. We ride 735 to 43s. They're just kind of like a standard knobbier tire, that kind of thing. The Bike Pittsburgh little bag. And what's in here is a lot of tools. Patch kits, this thing. Like I said, I know nothing about any of this stuff, but I know it's all really important. This is called an Alien, so that's kind of cool. But they do an assortment of different things, like whatever that does, that help us fix the bike out on the trail if we need to. A lot of this hasn't been in these little bags, and a lot of it won't be until later, but you cannot over bag when bicycle camping, and you can't over organize when you're doing any kind of camping, really, because a lot of stuff's happening at you as it, like, you're like, oh shit, it's raining. You don't want to be fumbling around for your rain covers or anything like that. So that stuff's all really important. So this one just happens to be in a Pittsburgh bag. That way we know exactly what's in there. This is Lucy. Say hi, Lucy. Lucy is a really neat thing that we found and was the MVP of our very first car camping adventure. This is just a little light. To inflate it. Everything's inflatable when you're camping and like you're always gassed. Yeah, so that's Lou. And then she turns on. She's just a little light, and you can hang her from places. This one is Teva branded. Teva, Tava. One of those three. But yeah, they're super easy. You just hang them on a tree. They provide extra light when you're like trying to cook at night. Like it just kind of sits there on the table. They're also amazing bug distractors. So if you have a lot of bugs where you're camping, you can kind of go hang this on a tree a little bit away from where you're hanging out, and all the bugs will gather around it. What?
Sorry. Can I walk through?
You're already walking through.
Hello.
Some more cooking stuff here. So it doesn't look like a lot, but this is what you're working with out on the trail on a bike, because you can't take your big stove, your pots, your pans. So a lot of this is pretty minimal, but it's, you know, how you get stuff done. Jetboil. If you are even kind of into camping and you don't own one of these, like, fix your shit. These are totally self-sustaining. You just do a little bit of propane on the bottom of that guy, and he like builds out to be this, you know, boiler, and you can boil water in there, make all sorts of different stuff inside of there. But this is super important. And then dun 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 dun, I don't know, Duel of Fates, whatever that song is. Okay. This is the poop bag. I know it says Howie's hockey tape on it, but the reason it's the poop bag is because it has 2 separate containers in it. Okay. This is the grossest bag that we have, but it's also the most important. So toilet paper, wet wipes, let me tell you about these. These are my favorite product ever, because when we were at Yosemite, I had an incident where I had explosive diarrhea. Just out there, not even that far away. There was like hundreds of people watching me have explosive diarrhea behind a small, like, sheltered area. But these saved me. These are great because they are like alcohol free, all that kind of stuff free. They're biodegradable, all that stuff. Sea to Summit, like we talked about. These are super important though. These are lifesavers. Also, the toilet paper, biodegradable. So that's all important. And then the king of the important part, the poop shovel. When you are in the woods, you want to bury your scat. It's really important. So other people don't step on it. Animals don't eat it and get sick, that kind of stuff. So you got to be able to bury it. Some people are good enough to dig a hole and poop in a hole. Other people poop and then dig a hole. So yeah, so there's that. Now, ladies, we're not done. There's this too. We didn't have this for the other incident, but this is a bidet. It's a traveling bidet. Squirt a little water in there. Squirt a little water on your beehole, especially if it's, you know, especially if it's bad. Yeah. Nobody likes mud butt out in the wild. What a ridiculous thing to just say. But the other thing, this is Pitch Trek, but what it is also goes by another name, the Shewee. Kind of self-explanatory. This gives woman easier time peeing outside. So, the Shewee. It's clean. You dirty bitches. It's clean. I'm not just touching a dirty shoey. Next, we're going to go through all the personal belongings, all that kind of stuff. This kind of attaches to the back of the seat bag or wherever. This is the JBL. It's just a little speaker, and it's super fucking loud. Really cool. I like to ride with music or a podcast or something like that. So this is super, super key. It's waterproof and lasts forever. Love this thing. Next two things are particular only to me. The first, this is my little film camera. This is my Canon SureShot Supreme. It just kind of hangs out with me, and I take photos all the time. I got some Porta 800 in there because you need 800 for better exposures in darker light. But yeah, I love this thing. This thing goes everywhere with me. This is my favorite camera I have right now, and yeah, so lots of pictures coming from that. And last but not least, the National Parks Journal. We're technically riding through a national park. But this just, every day I journal in this and keep the details of the day and all of our adventures. And then we're going to turn this all into its own show. And that's going to be super cool. But so this trip will end up on that show. But yeah, National Parks Journal. So that wraps up the outdoor adventure essential thingy thing that I did. We'll be back next week. Max and Kara, good friends of myself and Anastasia, great gym buddies and life buddies who have gone through some wild stuff. We talk about a whole bunch of different stuff. Really, really enjoyed my conversation with them. So that'll be back for the first week of August. This has been a Great Depression. Remember, we are now in your brain.
honest, I miss the woo. Woo, what's it? Has an argument?